welcome to Crime Alley Comics. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me tonight. I've got several books to show you that I've picked up over the last few weeks. I have been completely covered up with things over the last few weeks. We have decided to start a booth in in an antique shop. You know, I told you we've got our booth at a flea market called Gizmos in Marion. Well, now we're getting ready to open a booth in an antique mall called Jake's, a place that I buy a lot of comic books and stuff from. And so me and my wife have been working on getting ready to move into that booth. So we'll be having Gizmos and Jake's. So we will be doing that. But our booth in Jake's is a little bit bigger. It's a 10 by 10 instead of an 8 by 10 like we have in Gizmos. But it ought to be well worth it. And so I'm looking forward to getting that started. But so that's one of the reasons I haven't done a video. I was aiming to do a video about 2 weeks ago and didn't get a chance to because well, we started working on this situation with Jake's. Then my youngest daughter had our 12th grandbaby. That was Wednesday of last week. So our last few weeks have been extremely busy, and then we've been, you know, picking up things here and there. I did find my wife a seller's cabinet, or a Hoosier cabinet rather, and so I had to go over and pick that up last weekend, and then we got it set up in the house and everything. So, you know, just been so many things going on. But tonight I'm going to do a video and show you all the comic books I've got. So let's get started. First up is Jughead as Captain Hero. This is number 2. And then Jughead number 222. Most of these I picked up for, you know, $1 or $2 at either Jake's or Frankie D's or someplace like that. So next one up is Betty and Veronica, number 158. Another 12 center. Get the glare off of that. These are all in pretty decent shape. And then I got another Christmas with Archie. I'm not a huge Archie fan, but you know, Archie's kind of a, you know, it's just something you gotta have. You know what I mean? I mean, I like Archie's, but I'm not deep into it. So next one up, and I actually already have this, but I picked it up anyway because it was cheap for one thing, and who knows, I may end up putting it in one of the booths because I am selling comic books in both my booths, or will be. This is Legends of the World's Finest, and it doesn't have a number on it, so I don't know what the number is. Very cool cover though. And this up here is, no, over here is embossed, so it stands out away from the cover. Now this one here, I already had a copy of this one as well, but I decided to pick it up because it was cheap, and it's not a bad copy. So I mean, it's all intact, so it's not a good copy, but it's a decent copy. This is the Superman Family, number 166, a Neil Adams cover. That's another reason I had to have it, even though I've already got it. The next one is World's Finest, number 240. I'm going to scoot this light over a little bit. There. Maybe it won't glare so bad now. Next one up is The Flash, number 81. This is Year of the Villain, Doom Rising. Oh yeah, that did help. unless I turn it this way. Then, but anyway. All right. And this one here, I had never seen this one back when it came out, and it's Superman Brainiac #1. Well, actually, it's 23.2, and it's well, you can't really tell. It's a 3D cover, but you can't really tell that on here, can you? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. You can see it moving. Next one up, DC Comics presents Superman and Deadman. Very cool cover. And this is another one that I already have, but I picked it up. And The Untold Legends of the Batman #3. Just always loved that cover, so I actually picked up 2 of them. The other one is in my booth at Gizmos. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. This is Snow Part 1. And I also found Snow Part 2. And there's 5 in this series, so I still got 3 of them to get. Next one up, Batman Family #20. Mars Attacks and the Savage Dragon by Topps. It's #1 of 4. This one is #2 of 4. #3 of 4. And naturally they didn't have #4, so I've still got to try to find that. This one here is Mars Attacks Image by Image Comics #2. And the funny thing is I don't see anything on this that to me relates to Mars Attacks. So, I don't know. It doesn't have any of the aliens or anything on it. I mean, it does, but they're ants. You know, you see them, well, where they at? Right here. So, I'm not sure what that's all about, but I haven't read it yet, so. Gwenpool Holiday Special Merry Mix-Up #1. Good old Santa Claus cover. Prelude Death Watch 2000 Hybrids well, it's #2. It's got the foil right. The 0 is foil. Same with this one here. This is #1. This one's Prelude Deathmatch 2000 Megalith. Alright. And then another Megalith, #5. Now, I don't know how many of you guys collect these, but I've always been an Underdog fan. So I found Underdog #3. This one's from what, Harvey? Or yeah, Harvey Comics, Harvey Classics. #4. And #5. I've got another one in here, but obviously these are all out of order, so the Peacemaker #1. By Modern Comics. And then an Atlas Comics, The Destructor #3. Star Trek First Contact by Marvel Comics. Now this is something that I've been wanting for a while. Star Trek, and I don't remember what number it is now, but it's a 35 center. One of the old, this is a Whitman, which is the same thing as the Gold Key would have been. Here's another Whitman, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. This is number 16. Not in fantastic shape, but it's pretty good. Now this is also a Whitman, and this is Underdog, but I don't know what number it is. And it's not in great shape. It's got some, you know, it's not torn, but it's got a bunch of creasing down at the bottom, but worthy of purchase. The Pink Panther, which is also another Whitman. New Terrytoons starring Heckle and Jekyll. How many of you guys remember them? Then I picked up this Detective Comics number 360. Go-Go Checks, which I actually already have that one, but Batman Catwoman, the Gotham War Prelude Special Edition. This is a free comic, but for Batman Day, and he gave me that at my LCS. And then Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo. This is also a Batman Day book. And I can't remember the number on this one because it's not on the front. I want to say it's like Batman 628 or something. But anyway, it's a foil cover, Jim Lee cover, in homage to, I think it's Batman 628, but somewhere in that neighborhood, I think. But anyway, it's really hard to see that. But anyway, next up, Harley Quinn number 35, Silent Night, or Batman and Batman Santa Claus Silent Night. This was actually, since I bought some other books from, what comic book shop was it? I can't remember now, but I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, that one came free. It's actually like a $5.99 book. But since I bought this other set, which had the Jim Lee cover in it, I got this one for free. Let's see, Batman 141. And I believe this is, yeah, David Finch cover. Very cool cover. I'm getting too big of a stack here. They're not wanting to sit still. Okay, next one up is Detective Comics number 1081. Very cool cover. That is also that Riccardo Federici cover. Now that, yeah, never mind. Then I also have Batman Santa Claus Silent Night number 1. I think the first one I showed you was number 4, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, that's number 1. This one's number 2. And number 3. I think this was a Cho cover here. Or Chew. Derek Chew, yeah. Okay, so that's all the comics I have. However, I do have something else to show you that I picked up from McFarlane Toys. Actually, I had ordered this from Entertainment Earth, and then they come back and, well, I ordered it with 2 other figures, and they come back and said that they were no longer going to be able to get that figure. So I went to McFarlane Toys and bought it for the same price. But it's this Superpowers Batman, the black figure, which, if you remember, when the Toy Biz Superpowers first came out, or not Toy Biz because that was in '89, but when the original Superpowers figures come out, none of the figures were made. No, I'm wrong. Let me back up. Okay, Superpowers figures were one thing, but when the '89 Batman came out, there was 3 different figures by Toy Biz, but on the package, on the back of the package, it showed a black Batman figure that was actually an old Superpowers figure that had just been repainted black. Well, they never came out with that as far as, well, there, I can't remember what it's called, but there was a few of those, very few of them, and there's a name for them, and I can't remember what it is right now. But anyway, they never actually came out in stores in the packages. But the other 3 figures, well, in fact, just a minute, I will show you. Here. This was one of the main ones that came out. But then there was two other figures. The figures were basically the same, except they had a different head sculpt. And I think it's because they were made in different facilities, different factories, and the head sculpts were different for the other 2. But this one I think was the most common, and I do have all 3. But anyway, when you looked on the package, it showed a Batman that basically looked like this. It was the Superpowers figure that had been painted black. So when McFarlane Toys came out with this one, I had to have it because I never did get that other version. I wish I could remember what that was called, but it's very rare. And when you find one for sale, I have actually seen them for sale on eBay, and you're looking at a few $100s to get one. So when this one came out, I figured I might as well get this one. That's the closest thing I'd have to it without taking a Superpowers blue Batman figure and painting it black, which I'm not going to do. So anyway, so that's why I got that one. But I do have some other figures coming. I've got a Batman and a Joker figure coming, and I've got a couple other figures coming. And then I've also got they are coming out, and I think it's supposed to be released here in February, but it's the oh man, I can't think. It's an homage book. It's one of the Treasury editions that Neil Adams did the cover on. That's got Ra's al Ghul's head kind of in the background, and then Batman down on his knees looking up, you know, screaming, and Robin's laying there on the ground or something. But anyway, there's a foil cover and a regular cover coming out, but they are supposed to be the large version, the Treasury edition size. So I've got those ordered, but I don't know for sure when they're coming. So hopefully those will come soon, because like I said, I think they're supposed to be released in February, but I'm not 100% sure. I pre-ordered them and it didn't say when they were going to ship. So we will see. Other than that, I think that's all. Oh, no, no, no. Hang on just a second. I got one more thing to show you. I did pick up a Treasury Edition. I totally forgot about it because it's laying over there kind of by itself. Um, this is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Very cool looking book. And I love this movie, so when I saw this, I had to have it. All right. Now I think I'm done. So I hope everybody's having a great week. Like I said, I've been so covered up, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So, but that's okay. We'll get through it. It's a lot of fun, you know. I have sold several comic books in Gizmos, and I'm going to put more in this new booth. So I hope to sell a lot more there. But you know, I'm just trying to get rid of, you know, duplicates and, you know, indie books that I don't care nothing about, that I've picked up in whenever I've bought like a collection or something, and there's a bunch of books in there that you just don't want. So I'm selling those off, and but you know, things are going really well with the booths and so on, and hopefully when I get this thing going Thursday, because Thursday's when we're moving into the booth, then I hope things calm down a little bit. Of course, I'm going to have to keep pulling inventory to put into the booths, because now I'm going to have two booths to stock, and but that's cool. You know, that's cool as long as stuff's selling and everything, and I'm, you know, getting some space back in my room, and in my house, because that's kind of our reasoning for doing it in the first place. It's kind of like we want to declutter and get rid of get rid of some stuff. The things that we really want to collect and keep, we're going to keep, but at the same time, we've got so much that we just need to move some stuff, you know. So no better time than the present. So, and that way, when I get some space, then I can collect more stuff. Oh, that's that. Speaking of collecting, as you know, I am a huge Batmobile fan, especially the '66 Batmobile. Well, there's a company called Fan Home that has come out, or is coming out, with the '66 Batmobile in a 1/8 scale, and it's like Eagle Moss was going to do, and then they went under or whatever. And I think this is probably the same kit that Eagle Moss was going to be selling, you know, and every month you get so many pieces of the car, and then you put it together, and over a period of time you eventually get everything for it, and you have the entire car built. 28.2 inches long, I think, is what the car is when it's done. And it ends up coming with a display case and just a bunch of stuff. So I ordered that, and it's supposed to ship this month. So we'll see. But I get my first shipment this month, and then after that I'll get, you know, they send, I think the second one you get three issues, and then you get 6 issues, and that way you can kind of get things rolling with the car. So anyway, that will be another project I'm working on as that comes in. But I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to get that, because, you know, that's a big Batmobile. So I've got to make room to display that, you know. So so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm sorry. I think that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I'm already into this, like 25 minutes. Sorry to have kept you so long. For those of you who have stuck with me through the whole video, thank you very much. And thank you to all the people who have viewed this video or any of my videos. I appreciate all you subscribers. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. And if you like this video, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. So I hope everybody has a great week. It's Monday, so we've got past Monday, so it's got to be better from here on out, right? Well, we'll see. So anyway, everybody have a great week. God bless, and we will see you all next video.